Hello everyone. In continuation with the previous session's problem, I'm going to discuss more problems in this session. Let us see this problem. Question number 5. Calculate the slope and deflection at B and C of the cantilever beam shown figure below using the moment area method. Take EA is equal to 5.5 10 raised to 3 kilonewton meter square. You can see that a cantilever beam is given. That's redrawn here, right? It is subjected to 15 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, right? And the span is given 2 meter from year to year, and again year to year 2 meter. First we have to write the bending moment diagram. Bending moment at B is equal to, right? So 10 into 2, that is minus 10 into 2, 20, and again about here, right, minus 10 into 4 minus 15 into 2, so that is 70. So now again this bending moment diagram I have divided into 3 areas. This is a triangular one area, again rectangular area here, area 2, and this is area 3, again triangular, right? Now you can see that boundary conditions. Now in the problem it's asked to find the slope and deflection at both B and C. And at point A, theta A, YA is 0. Again we know that it's a fixed support. And point B, theta B we wanted to find it, and YB we wanted to find it. Theta C we wanted to find YC. Slope at B. So slope at B means at this section we want to find the slope. That is, we all know that change in slope, the first moment area theorem says change in slope between these 2 points, this point and this point I'm taking here, the slope is 0, so that theta B minus theta is equal to area BMD between those 2 points B and A divided by EI. So B and A we have 2 areas, area BMD. So this is the area 2 and area 3. So this is a rectangular and this is a triangular. So A2 plus A3 divided by EA. So the area of the A2 is, so minus 20 into 2, and again half into this one is base into, so the total is 70. 70 minus 20 is 50, right? You can see that minus half into 2 into 50. So EA value is somewhere it's given in the problem. So that's equal to the theta B is this much radians. And slope at C, now we are, you can see that we wanted to find the slope at here. So to find the slope at here, we have to take the change in slope between C and A. C and A. So therefore, theta C minus theta A is already 0 because of fixity. Area of BMD between A and C divided by EI. Now we have to take all the areas, area 1, area 2, area 3. So that's what I have taken all the areas, add the all the areas, right? Divided by A is your slope at C. Now we wanted to find the deflection at B. So YB is equal to, we know the equation, area of BMD between B and A into X bar divided by EI. So as usual, same, whatever we use here, A2 and A3, but X bar is added here. X bar is a moment of BMD about the section where we wanted to find the deflection. Now you can see that this is a area 2. So this is the area 2, and this X bar is from the center of the area 2 to, so where the deflection is going to be determined. So X bar, this one is X bar here, right? So that is X bar is around 1 meter because the 2 meters is the length of 1 meter. Again minus 1 by 2, 2 into 50. So this is the minus 1 by 2 into 2 into 50 into from here to here. The distance is from here to here is, so 2 by 3 times of T, 2. 2 by 3 times of 2, and again divided by EI, that will be your deflection. And again deflection at C, area BMD between C and A into X bar divided by EI. So same thing. So first take the individual areas, individual area into X bar distance to the C. Again this area into C. Again this area into about the C. Right. So this individual areas into X bar, corresponding X bars. So moment of the areas about the C is the YC value. That's how we can find it. Other problem is determine the slope and deflection at free end B. Now we wanted to find the slope and deflection at here, which is subjected to 3 point loads, and E is given, I is given. So first we have to find bending moment diagram. So bending moment at D is, this is the value. So 10 into 2 is 20, and again bending moment at C is minus 60. So 20 plus 40 is minus 60. This is the bending moment at C. right? Again, bending moment at A is, this is the value 110. You add these values will be 110, right? So again, individual areas. So I have taken many areas. One, this is one rectangular area. 2 is that this triangle. 3 is again one rectangular. 4 is one more triangular. So based on this, you just take this vertical lines. We can divide the areas. Again, wherever we have taken the moment about here, right? So again, this also you take like this. So you can divide the triangles and rectangles. After doing this, we know the boundary conditions. This is a fixity. Zeros, we have to find the slope and deflection at free end. So slope at B is equal to theta B minus theta A. Theta A is 0. So area BMD between B and A divided by A. So B and A, this is the area we have to take. Area of BMD, this is the BMD, area of total BMD between B and A divided by EA. So we know that EA is constant. So we have to directly we can calculate the total area of this diagram, or else individually you can go for it. So individually I have taken A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5. So there are 5 areas divided here. So that divided by EI, so we'll get this value. Yeah, here it's there. Then deflection at B, area BMD between B and A into X bar. So now you can see that, so this area into X bar about B, again this area into X bar, again this area into X bar, this area, the centroid, the distance between centroid of this area into X about B, the distance between the centroid of this area into about the B. So that's what it's written here, A1 X1 bar plus A2 X2 bar. So this is the area of individual diagram, yeah, Benjamin diagram, into the X1 bar is the distance between the center of that area about the section where we wanted to find the deflection. Like that, we have totally 5 areas corresponding X bars divided by EI. So that's the final deflection. You can check these values with these diagrams. It's given. So we'll move on to next problem. Here you can see that determine the slope and deflection of the loaded beam shown figure. We wanted to find the slope and deflection at the free end. So now you can see that this beam is subjected to half of the portion UDL and a point load. Right. Again, what I will do here is, so I will separate this whole combined load system into individual load systems. That is, you can see that a cantilever beam with a UDL and a cantilever beam with a point load. So plus is added here. Adding these two will be this one, superposition. So again, whatever this UDL, right, for that UDL, I'm writing here the Benjamin diagram. So parabolic spandrel. So we know that 20 into 4 into 4 by 2 will be 160 kilonewton meter. And again here also point load 200 into 7 is 1400 is the total. Suppose if you are taking it here, 200 into 3 is a 600. That's what 600 is written here. So like that. So individual areas centered of that area about the B, centered of the individual area about the BX2 bar and X3 bar. So we have taken slope at B. So again, we know that slope at B we wanted to find. So the difference of the change in slopes between the 2 points B and A is theta B minus theta A, area BMD between B and A divided by EI. So area BMD between B and A is, so this area we have to take it, this is area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4, right? We have to consider all the areas. So this you can see that this is the area 1 area, this is area 2, and this is area 3, and this is area 4. So all these are Benjamin diagrams, and divided by EA value is your theta B at free end. So corresponding displacement, vertical displacement at B, YB is equal to area BMD between B and A into X bar divided by A. Same. So individual areas from here to here, X bar distance. So moment of this BMD about this B is the X bar. Moment of this area about B is the X2 bar. This is X4 bar, X3 bar. So calculate all these values, X1 bar, X2 bar, X3 bar, X4 bar. So then we can multiply with the corresponding areas. These are the areas, X1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar, x4 bar. So divided by EA value, we'll get the YB. Let's move on to the other problem, that is for the beam shown figure, to find the slope and deflection at free end. You know, you can see that in this problem, it is a non-prismatic member, because you can see that I is here 3 into 10 raised to minus 6, I is to 8 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter per 4. So EA values are different. So EA of this portion is totally different than the EA of this portion. This is called as a non-prismatic member. EA is not constant throughout the length. So this is subjected to 4 kilonewton free end. So total length is 2 meter. This portion is 1 meter, 1 meter. So again, first we have to calculate the flexural rigidity of the AC portion. This is the AC portion. So this is the value, and flexural rigidity of the BC portion. This is the BC portion. So once after calculating it, so write the Benjamin diagram. For this, we have to write the Benjamin diagram. We know that 4 into 1, that is minus 4 kilonewton here. That's what you can see, that minus 4, that is written here. And again 4 into 2, that's minus 2, that's minus 8 kilonewton. Total is minus 8 kilonewton. So it's a negative Benjamin diagram. I have divided again this into 3 parts: area 1, area 2, area 3. So we already know that slope at B is equal to, wanted to find the slope at free end. So theta B minus theta A. Theta A is already 0. So is equal to area BMD between B and A divided by EA. So B and A. So how many areas are there? You can see that this is the area 1. Area 1 is minus 4 into 1 meter. That's written here, minus 4 into 1 meter divided by corresponding flexural rigidity AC. Again here also minus 1 by 2 into 1 into 4. So this one, second area, divided by corresponding flexural rigidity. Again third area is this one, minus 1 by 2 into 4 into 1, divided by corresponding EA values. So you can see that EA is different here, EA is different here, EA is different here. So finally substitute and calculate final value. So that will be your slope at free end. Similarly, we have to find the deflection at free end. YB is equal to area BMD between B and A into X bar divided by A. So again, individual areas of the Benjamin diagrams. So moment of the individual areas of the Benjamin diagrams about the point where we wanted to find the deflection, that's called as a deflection. So this is the minus 1 into 4 is, so this area. So from again this area, we have a centroid here. From the centroid to B is x1 bar. X1 bar is 1 plus 0.5, that's 1.5. You can see that value here, 1 plus 1 by 2 is 1.5. Similarly, we have to do for different areas and corresponding distances between the centroids of the areas with respect to the point where we wanted to find the deflection. Again, we have to substitute EA values differently, because EA is divided into different areas. So because different portions will have different EAs, because non-prismatic member. So finally we get this deflection, the negative deflection, right? It's around 78.78 mm vertically downward deflection. So that's it, the problems on the cantilever beam. In the next class, we'll move on to the simply supported beams. Thank you.